physically feel like Kobe, I'm like Jokic with the rock. You physically couldn't hold me, I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili, from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats, circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready?
And good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's doing all right. Hey, Dominic, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. It's starting to get a little bit nicer here. We've had rain and wind for the last couple of days, so yeah, you got to live with it because we're starting to get over that hump.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to have a real interesting show tonight. I have a couple of bills that are trying to be passed here in Massachusetts. It's important that we discuss them tonight because, if they pass in Massachusetts, it's going to spread throughout the rest of the country, and we don't want that. So we'll get into that. I got into some more full manual shooting with my Mavic 3. I had some fun with that, so I want to talk about that. And, let's get in and say hi to everybody in the chat. I know that Dusty was first. You can't comment here, but Dusty was first. How you doing? And then Warren's in the house. How you doing? And there he is. Yeah. Hey, Ron, how you doing? I did see the link to your video, Ron, so I'll add that to the watch list tonight. Some time for videos. My wife, my number one supporter. We had some fun today. She was actually sick for a couple days this past week. So I'm glad she was feeling better today. And Brian, how you doing, Brian?
All right.
Yeah. And Jody's in the house. Hey, Jody, how you doing? Dominic's in the chat. I usually see not so much in the chat, so that's nice.
Oh, I thought I'd put some in the chat just to let people know I'm still here.
Yep, Bud's here. He'll be joining us for the panel tonight. If you want to join the panel, the link's in the chat.
Yeah, come on, Warren.
Lisa, I haven't seen you in a while, so hop on in if you want. Let's see. There you are. Glad to have you here. Finally fixed Nightbot. Got rid of all the other messages I used to have and just put the link to the chat. Yeah. Flying high in Florida. How you doing? Glad to have you here.
Yes. Hello, Jason.
Make sure we don't miss any. There he is. How you doing, Beans? Glad to have you. 2 Jasons in a row. There we go. 2 Jasons in a row. All right. That looks like we got everybody.
Yep.
Let's bring
I'll
Bud
keep an eye on it.
Oh. Hey, Bud, how you doing, brother?
I'm not.
Am
I
Have
there?
another drink.
Yep, you're here.
All right, there I am. Hello, everybody. Good to see you.
Yep. Your internet looks a little low, so you're probably just a little laggy is all, but no worries. It'll sort itself out.
Yep. As always.
So I don't know if anyone was paying attention to any of Vic Moss's posts this past week, but let me share something here. Just want to pull it up. I want to get right into the thick of it with this right here.
Yeah, let's go.
So this is the hearing details, the Committee on Transportation, and I think what I'll do is I'll put the link in the chat so you all can check it out, okay? I am sharing that on the screen now, right? Oh, yeah, everyone sees it.
Yep.
All right, so there's a few bills in here. All right, they have let me see. They have Bill 3618, and I probably should have shared this instead. There we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that makes more sense. We have Bill 3618. This is a drone ban near schools, and it creates like a permanent 50-foot buffer zone around all schools up to 400 feet. They're talking about having to get approval from the superintendent of the schools to be able to fly around there. It's just unrealistic. Really needs to be looked. They can't pass this. This is ridiculous. If you want, let me see. Can you guys Yeah, actually, the link that I shared in the chat, if you guys want to check out those bills, it's 3618 and 3800. Uh, you know, so just that bill, they want you to get authorization from the superintendent uh, of a school system for authorization to fly. Can you think of the chaos that would cause? What superintendent's going to be available to authorize the flights, around the clock? To me, that just sounds outrageous. Um,
Well, okay. Can I ask this stupid question?
yeah, go ahead.
All right, national parks. We can't fly national parks, but we can take off the street and get shots of the national park.
Mm.
So how are they going to enforce this if I'm 75 feet away when I take off and take a picture of the school?
Yeah,
Another grey area.
and that's part of the reason why it's important. If the FAA has jurisdiction over the airspace, then they should set the rules and the regulations for it. And what happens is when states try to intercede and add their own airspace bubbles, you run into problems. Who's to know where you can fly? Someone who's just having a flight next, at a family barbecue, if they're
Right.
so close to school, they could criminalize it. So
Yeah.
on top of that, there's also H3663. And this one, I think, to me, is the one that really oversteps things here. It requires every drone operator to get a Part 107. Okay, so there's no hobbyist at all anymore in Massachusetts, is what they're saying. They want everybody who flies to get a Part 107, and it would ban any person under the age of 16 years old, no matter what. So that means Ben wouldn't be able to fly if you have children, whether you're Part 107 or not. They can't fly strictly because they're under 16 years old. That's absolutely ridiculous. Go
I was
ahead.
just going to throw in a bit of Australian news. Anyone under 13 can't apply for the operator accreditation, and you have to be over 16 to do the remote pilot's license in Australia. And another thing I wanted to add, in Australia we call it uncrewed, not unmanned.
Yeah.
Madness.
Did you see what Jason said here? It's already happening here in Florida. A crossing guard asked me to filming the next thing. So he was next to a school filming, and he had to delete the picture of the school apparently. Well, yeah, and it is. And the crazy part about it is they are crap, and the if they pass though, then it's gonna spread. We don't need that. It was a lot more to just 3663. They wanted to create dozens of new no takeoff zones or landing zones, so you couldn't. It would basically make flying anywhere illegal. Anywhere you would normally fly, if you went to anywhere where people congregated, children congregated, you could not fly within a certain distance of. Absolutely, yeah, just ridiculous.
But isn't that a facet of governments in general that they'd like to overregulate anything new? We overregulate and then we correct, rather than doing it right at the start. We always have to overregulate.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
there was a reason. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, bud.
Well, here's another question. Okay, what if I were to take a remote controlled airplane? That's legal?
Well, I think that would fall under the same because I think it would be anything that would be controlled in the airspace via remote control.
In inverted unmanned.
Yeah, anything unmanned. So yeah, I believe that would.
So they're not being drone specific. They're just saying unmanned.
Yeah, that's why that's why they're using the term unmanned aerial vehicle instead of just drone. I think they're trying to keep it vague enough.
Yeah.
People will go into that category.
Yeah. Well, and that's why it's important. If you go and you ever read one of these, any of these, they'll tell you who the people are or the sponsors of the bills are. If you look, it'll tell you the sponsors. Sometimes they have co-sponsors. And then they tell you how you can provide testimony. So you can provide in-person testimony. You can have virtual testimony, written testimony. I suggest that's your best bet is written testimony, only because you can get everything out that you want to say and make sure you don't miss anything.
And it's publicly recorded.
And it's publicly recorded, so it's there. And then even a step further, I went and I emailed each sponsor and co-sponsor individually to oppose those bills, and I just put out the reasons why, and not just how it would affect people in the community or the drone hobby, but me personally. Ben
Right.
wouldn't be able to fly. Neither would Ash. I would be only one. So if the FAA says that I'm good and they've cleared me to fly, they say he's certified. Why should the state be involved then? Why do they get to overreach and say no, you can't?
Mm.
Flights at night. They want to ban all flights at night. No more flights at night unless it's a medical delivery. So that means anybody, hobbyists, professionals, no more night flights. Can't do that. So
What if they're doing search and rescue? Come on.
yeah. Nope. It says medical delivery. So
Which is
Nah.
well, it just shows you how out of touch
Yeah.
things are. And if you're interested to see where any of this stuff is going on across the country, make sure you go check out the DSP Alliance, and I'll make sure to drop their link in the chat. That's a pretty good place to go and find out anything when it comes to the, drone laws or bills that are coming up that are hazardous. So let me.
agreed.
I'm gonna grab their link and share it in the chat. Anything going on in the chat here? Let me see.
I've got my eyes on the chat.
All right, good. There we go.
For Warren to come on.
Hey Art, how you doing?
There's Art.
There it is, DSP Alliance.
Yep, there you go. That's a good spot to go. You can check out any of that information you want. So yeah, I'm not happy with the bills that are placed there. And then there's one that's talking about banning drones just because they're Chinese drones, not because there's any basis behind it other than they're Chinese drones. So,
But if you're gonna ban that sort of technology, if you're gonna ban anything Chinese, then why not just ban phones and ban everything else? Because I think you'll find that most appliances in your house have some sort of Chinese part in it. So
Yeah.
you're going to ban fridges, you're going to ban dishwashers, you're
Yep.
going to ban washing machines.
And there's probably still a bunch of people that don't even have a clue about it yet. But I mentioned last week during the show that there would not be any more Carry Fresh. DJI's honored Carry Fresh available in the United States. No one seemed to really know anything about that, so I just kind of dropped it because I wasn't sure if I was correct, but that's a fact. There's DJI Carry Fresh is no longer available to people in the United States. So if you weren't aware of that, that's part of the issue that's going on. Drones are going to customs. They're not making it through customs. They're being held up purposely, and I think too. Oddly, Digital Kite works for the DJI store in New York. He actually posted a cry for help on Facebook earlier in the week. And business here in New York selling DJI products. So we have a real problem on our hands here. So we have multiple angles. We have DJI drones that are not available in the USA anymore. You can't get Carry Fresh on your existing products anymore. So yeah, it's not looking good. So where do we go from here?
But is that, is the customs, that's obviously a government department. So why can't the federal part of the government override them?
Well, that's the thing that will happen, though. If the bills pass, then they will get pushback. They'll be challenged legally, but it makes it a problem because then what you do is you criminalize people actively flying drones as they normally would. How many people aren't aware of all this? They bought drones from Best Buy or even the Walmart ones, right? And they go to fly it in their backyard and they're criminalized just because of these bills. There's got to be a better way.
And see, the thing I've got to get my head around is you can easily drive to Canada. So if you drive to Canada and buy something and bring it back, they're obviously going to do something. As in Australia, we can't drive to another country. So we're stuck here.
Yeah.
Well,
And
okay, so my question to you, Paul, is who and why did Massachusetts, come up with this brilliant idea?
Well, I can't really answer as to the why, but Bill H3618
What?
was
Wait a
presented
minute.
by Bruce Ayers.
What's with your lighting? You're going from light to dark.
Because I'm switching through tabs. So you're asking
Oh,
me.
okay.
So right now I'm on the EV Mux tab, but I switched over to the Bill because I have all. So the screen's bright on there. Yes, sir.
I thought maybe that I did too much of that.
No, well,
But
I'll share it.
but again, I mean, how did this guy come up with this brilliant idea?
I don't know, but this is the guy right here. He's the petitioner. When you go here, you can view the bill, print it. You can download. It'll tell you the history of the bill.
I know you just composed your letter and just sent it. So I'm assuming you've not gotten a reply.
Yeah, no, I have not gotten a reply yet. I'm sure I will at some point, but I just sent them within the last few days. I just found out about this. Vic posted, I think it was the day before yesterday. He said, "Hey, heads up, Massachusetts, this is what's coming your way," and that affects me because I live in Massachusetts. So
Right.
I'm like, I want to get on top of that and help any way that I can. So it's an ugly spot to be in.
That's crazy. No reason for it.
Oh yeah, I actually know that's a good song right there. So.
yeah,
Right.
I was able to get out and fly today, and I've been discussing it a lot. I've been trying to get into complete manual settings on the drone, nothing in auto. And I think that I had a great time. And what? My overlay is gone. It was here. Okay, let's add it again. All right. So there we go.
Yep. Great.
So, yeah, I went out here today and I captured this, and this is full manual settings, aperture and everything. When I got home and I pulled the file off of the SD card, it looked darker than I wanted it to be, so minor adjustments next time. But yeah, I had a lot of fun shooting in full manual and trying to get everything in focus. So yeah, I was proud of the results on that one.
Well, this is where we need Jeff Norman to come in and critique your photo.
yeah.
Yeah, he will. I'm sure he would. I actually see.
Hi,
Yeah,
Paul.
look at that. Paul Murray's in the house. How you doing, Paul? I just gave you a wrench.
I reminded him earlier when I was on the show that you're on.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. So yeah. So there was a reel that Todd Skirving had sent to me in Messenger. It really explained the aperture to me quite well. It was meant to be funny, but also it taught a lesson about aperture. Maybe I should share that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go. I should have probably pulled it up sooner, but I'm going to actually pull up that. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'll do that. Yeah. Share this instead. All right, so check this out. This will help. Maybe it'll help you understand it just like it did me, because this is actually kind of simple.
Sure. You ever wonder how people get photos like this? Or this?
Can you hear
Well,
it?
dumbass, it's because they know what the fuck aperture does and how it works. Aperture is how big your camera's lens hole opens and is measured in f-stops. Big hole like f1.4 lets in more goddamn light and gives you sexy-ass blurry background called bokeh. Small hole like f16 keeps that shit sharp and you can see everything, even your mom in the background. Shooting portraits? Go wide like f1.4 or 2.8 and blur that crusty-ass background into oblivion. Shooting landscapes or big-ass groups of people? Go narrow like f5.6 to f10. Here's the catch. Big opening equals less in focus. So if you shoot a group at f1.4, congrats, only one dude is in focus and the rest look like ghosts. Go too small, like f/22? Yeah, everything's sharp, but your photo might be dark as hell unless you slow your shutter or crank your ISO. It's all a damn trade-off that you have to be able to change on the fly based on what you are shooting. Aperture isn't just a random-ass number. It controls the feeling of your photo. Learn that shit or stay confused and keep blaming your camera like an idiot. Follow Dr. Pixel to learn more about your...
Very informative.
One good thing about that, it cuts through the fluff and tells you exactly what you need to know.
Yeah.
So that is a really good video, and that's a really good way of doing a tutorial.
And that's actually the problem I was having when I was understanding the exposure triangle. I was trying to figure out how to get everything into focus because I'm like, why is this look blurry over here when people are getting these crystal clear photos? I've never used manual aperture, even though the Mavic 3 has the adjustable aperture.
Yeah.
And I put it on. I didn't use a histogram, but what I did use was the overexposure warning, the zebra lines, and that helped me adjust it. So I went anywhere between f-stop 8 to 10, but I think I'm going to try between 6 and 8, and then adjust the shutter speed from there. And I like to leave the ISO at 100 if I can. So yeah, I'm having some fun, and I'm going to keep testing it.
Think about how easy it is now to try all these different settings. Back when I went to photography school,
back in the day,
film, and 99% of your pictures turned out like crap that you had to pay for.
Well, that's what happens when
photo,
someone's there like this, bud, and they're like, "Okay, hold still, bud."
Yeah. Hold still. Yeah.
I mean, with digital, have a day, try all of them, find out what works for you.
Yeah. So I went through. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of footage. I got like, I think 6 or 7 photos, but I flew 3 batteries. So that's the thing. And I also suggest if you can get some shade for your screen, it's a good idea because you kind of want to look and get a good look at your screen, and that'll give you an idea of what the outcome will be. And take your time, put the drone up, and just start adjusting your settings. But start with keep your ISO at 100. Adjust your aperture if you can, and then make up the difference with your shutter speed.
Now, where was that picture taken at?
That was at Nastasket Biff. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Maybe tonight I'll show my video from there before we end the show tonight. I'll show the video I did. I did a Dancing in the Sky video a couple of years ago. There's up until that point, it was my favorite video I had ever created. So yeah. Speaking videos, I think, Bud, you asked me to share one tonight. You said it was Finally Caught the Train. What made you pick the video tonight?
Before you show it, we were talking about the timber or the woods, and this would be where you would put your camper in this timber. So if you want to show it.
Yeah.
It's all fall colors. It was a freak of nature that I caught the train. There's the Fox River on the right-hand side. This is, again, timber down at my farm.
Jim joined us tonight.
There he is.
Welcome, Jim. I know Jim had a busy day today.
Yeah. Pick up the wifey from the airport.
No, the cement pylon in the middle of the river was back in the day in the late 1890s when they were hauling gravel from our timber across the river.
Yeah, what is this? This looks like something with no roof on it. What is this?
No, that's paintball, where you go down and...
Oh, okay.
Now this, I'm for a lychee mission, and it was the luck of the draw, because I'm trying to catch the color of the trees. It just so happens, I catch the train coming through. Now the camp building you see in the middle there, that's Newark Train, Newark Sportsman Club.
And there's the train. Yeah, that's it, bud. I'm abandoning Massachusetts. I'm just gonna go sleep on your land.
More than welcome. I'll have the electric turned back on. Up in the upper left-hand corner, that's the main farm.
Oh, right here, yeah.
Yeah. The other building just below that is a horse riding camp for handicapped kids.
Yeah. You know, bud, you say you have nothing near you, but I think you're wrong. You have a beautiful landscape here.
I don't have oceans or mountains or castles. I just catch and they're hauling silica sand that's going out to South Dakota for fracking.
As long as you got color, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a huge train.
Oh, they usually haul about 140 to 160 cars.
That's
Four
nice.
diesel.
What are they hauling? Golf balls?
No, it's silica sand. They use
No,
for fracking. We just went
Getting a lot of
over.
love in the chat for the video too, bud.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, thank you, everybody. So yeah, you can go camping there anytime, Paul.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The motorcycle was not part of the movie.
Yeah, great video, bud.
Thank you.
All right, so I mentioned it. I might as well pull it up now. I think, sorry, Ron, you dropped a video in the chat earlier. Can you drop it again? And I'll share that one. I'm going to. So the location that I was at today.
Thank you, everybody.
I'll skip the intro, the end of the intro. There we go. Yeah, I'll share that.
I got hit by a truck. I got hit
Yeah.
by a truck, and it drove off and left me for dead. Alone lying here crying in the rain. Yeah. I got touched by a
All right,
gun,
Ron, I see that.
and
Thank
it
you.
fucked me up like an electrical current coursing through my veins. Lightning came and hit me again. Now
Yeah, that's the FTP there, right?
way up in the clouds somewhere now, don't know what's ghost
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a good job.
I don't even know if I'm here now, but I'm in my feels.
I'm gonna fly by that. I'm gonna do that.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Hi,
Now
John.
you got me lost in emotion. Now you got me intoxicated with your drug. Bloodstream racing, heartbeat pulsing. The truth of it is I'm in love with you. I got touched by God.
Yeah, I got
and it
nothing
fucked
like
me up like an electrical current pulsing through veins.
Here we go. We got the grand finale coming up, folks.
In my fields, way up in the clouds somewhere now, don't know what's
Pretty good.
real. I'm ghost on this
even know if I'm here now. I'm in my feels.
Thank you, Jason.
Is that your vehicle there?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I beg to differ. Anyone who says that the potato was bad drone, because that FPV was a potato. Yeah,
It was very good. Amazing.
yeah, I love that thing. It definitely cruises. That's for sure.
I would have splashed it in the water. Wait, we can't hear Jim again.
Yeah, Jim, your audio's out.
Oh,
Can't
it's
hear.
very quiet.
Oh, here we go. Sorry, the wife was talking to me.
I got it.
Now he's there. You go. Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
No, Jim has not gone crazy. All right, so Ron has shared whitewater rafting in Ocoee River. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Oh, let me know if it's
I
Ocoee.
saw you had some whitewater rafting photos and videos.
Whitewater rafting, Ocoee River.
Close enough.
Already nice. I love it. Whitewater. That's cool.
I've done that before. That's
Yes.
fun. Wouldn't do it again.
Never have. Would love to.
Yeah, that looks fun.
It's a fun. It's a whole outing. It's not just to ride down the river. It's a whole outing. You go for the weekend. You know?
Oh, it's
I
saying
love
hi.
it. Stuck on a rock. I got the guy twirling the paddle. Holy cow, look at that. Wow. Awesome.
I guess if you're doing that and it's scary, it's okay to poop yourself because you just clean up at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you backpedal so the poop goes downstream faster than you do.
What a
Oh, that looks
beautiful,
like so much fun, though.
what a beautiful location.
It's a lot of fun. Did it once.
I'm Heavy 3 Pro, yeah. Oh, look at those two scooting up there in the left-hand corner. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, that looks fun.
Absolutely.
Come to New England. Maine's got the whitewater rafting.
Everyone's coming down there, they're hugging each other like, yeah, we didn't die. It's a fun time, Ron.
That's a great flying, though, too. Ooh, that one capsized.
There's no power wires to worry about.
That is some good stuff, man. I'm gonna have to sit in the metal so I didn't have. Oh, they're gonna hit a rock.
It's like a kind of walkway right above it, too. Cool.
Maybe Ron can answer, but I mean, how long are these? How long do they? How far down to the river they go?
A couple of miles.
Jason makes a very good point. He said backward flying can be sketchy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I know when we did it, they had a slow section, and we stopped there for lunch. Paddled over. They had the bus meet us. Had a big giant surf and turf lunch, and then we paddled out, and then the river picked up again. We went for the second half of the trip. It was fucking great. Depending on when you go, it all depends on the rain and the ice
Right.
melting.
He said if you start at the top, it's 8 miles.
So where's this river at?
Right here, Oco River.
I don't know where we're on it. I forget.
But where? It's 8 miles, he's saying. But what state?
Ron?
OCOE.
Yes,
30
very
minutes
cool.
east of Cleveland, Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay.
You can tell by the banjos.
That's funny.
That was good, Dom.
Yeah, I also let me make sure I want to make sure I didn't miss anything I wanted to talk about tonight as far as drone legislation here. Give me a second here. Oh yeah, the Joint Committee on Transportation, they have a meeting on 7/22. Vic Moss wrote some testimony for it. Let me see. Yeah, okay, I did read this. All right. So yeah, they have a hearing coming up on the 22nd. I wonder if I can find the link to that. I think it was already in the link that I shared in the chat earlier it's all in there. You can find everything in there. If you're in Massachusetts, make sure you reach out. And if you're concerned in general, I'd say reach out also. The email addresses are there. It can't hurt to try. Reach out and say, you oppose for a reason.
I would like to add on that note, if like in the past there were some automated things that went out that you just add your email to this list and it would print it all out for you. It'd send it to your representatives automatically. A lot of representatives will not accept those because they're third party. So you will not get a response if you try and do one of those automatic ones, no matter how well intended they were meant to be. They don't work in reality, and I can attest for that because my congressman, Gabe Amato, wouldn't listen to it. He says, we don't accept submissions from third-party suppliers. So make sure you contact them directly in your state.
Basically, make one for yourself, customize it for you, and make sure you mention how things not just will affect the drone community at large, how it'll affect you personally, because that's where it makes a difference. How does not being able to fly affect you where you normally do?
And that's where Chat GTP can come in here.
Yeah, you can use your AI program to help you write an oral argument, whatever you need to do. Make your voice heard, and don't let them pass nonsense like this.
And we got a brand new laptop with AI built into it, but I haven't really tapped into it yet. Got to start having things for me.
The best part of your letter, Paul, was you were not argumentative. You were factual.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, unfortunately, they get pissed off and they'll write a letter and the anger comes through.
Yeah.
You didn't. You just stated facts. It was so well written.
Yeah, and I wanted them to know how it was going to affect me personally, because that's really what matters. Flying for me isn't, everybody's situation is different, but flying for me involves family. So when I go out and fly, I'm either going out with my family here, I'm going out and we're going to hang out with Jim at his place and fly. And it's not just it's not a work thing. It's a me thing.
Well, not only did you mention, how it would affect you and your family, but you also talked about other industries that, are using drones.
Yes.
So
Yeah, because effectively, if house inspector needed to inspect the roof, and they were within a certain distance of a school, that flight would become illegal.
Mm.
Someone's trying to take care of their house and they just have a roof inspector there. Why should that flight be illegal based on the fact that they are within a certain distance of a school? Every house has a roof. So what? The houses that are around the school, you can't get them checked out by a drone because you live near a school. That's ridiculous.
Right. So, the FAA has a procedure that if you want to fly in an area that you're not supposed to, but you got a legitimate reason, like, for instance, inspections or real estate, they've already got a process to get that approved through the federal means. Does the state, if they pass these laws, are they going to have at least as easy, if not easier, process for getting a waiver, so to speak, for
Yeah.
business? Or are they not going to give a shit?
Jeff, how you been? Long time no see, brother.
I know. I was in a hot tub with a beautiful woman. That's at least what my wife told me to call her. So I was in
Okay.
a hot tub with a beautiful woman.
That's a really big hot tub then for her to call from all the way across the other side.
Hey, Ben.
Gentlemen, how are you?
Hey, Ben.
Benjamin, hello.
So, for those that don't know, Benjamin, we bought Ben his very first bike.
Yes.
We didn't really have room for a bike before. Now we do. So, we got Ben his first bike, and he learned how to ride in 2 days,
That's
which is really good. And now we've been going out every day. He's been riding his bike at the park, and he does it all by himself. I'm really proud of him. He's had a couple of crashes, but once he does, he's right back up and on the bike. So,
Yep. That's how you do it.
Do you have knee pads for him?
no, he just got a helmet.
Okay, helmet.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want him to
Yeah.
have any sort of brain injury.
Nope. The one thing I learned is you wear a helmet. Don't the elbow and knee pads optional. I know that without them on, he's less likely to crash because it'll hurt. Yeah.
I can tell you, I've got a cousin that is an ER nurse, and she said it amazes her every year how many kids come in with bicycle head injuries.
Yep.
She says it absolutely amazes her as an ER nurse.
Yep.
She said it's no matter how many years, it still isn't going down.
Wait. As the senior member of this crowd, I came through my childhood and never once had to go to the ER because of a bicycle accident. My
Yep.
mom said, get up, shake it off, and get back on the bike.
Walk it off.
I did break
How
my thumb.
How many times did you hit your head though? But
Numerous. Look at the dents.
that explains a lot. I'll
Yeah.
tell you.
No,
So I'm actually gonna I'll show you Ben's bike while we're here. I'll pull it up here so you can see it.
I crashed my bike at 24 and gave it up. Okay, it can't work.
So this is Ben's
That's
bike.
great. That's great.
Yeah. The only
Not
difference is,
electric.
and then this is his helmet.
Wow.
Very good.
He's ready for some downhill racing now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So he's
Get into a bit of BMX there.
It's a single speed, right? Just one
Now,
speed.
when I rode my road bike and my dirty bike or my dirt bikes, yes, I wore helmets, and I still have 6 fractured ribs and 3 broken toes. But that's a different story.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a lot of ribs to break.
So Brian says he crashed his last bike at 24 and gave up.
Yeah.
Well, 24 is a little bit early. I started giving up things at 50, not at 24.
Yeah.
I started picking things up at 50.
I got hit while crossing in a crosswalk by a car who didn't stop at the line before the crossing. Knocked me over and then gave me a ride home.
So I have a funny story about that. I used to ride bike a lot when I was young. I never had a car, so I had to ride everywhere. And it was a summer afternoon, and I'm riding down the street. This one was in Taunton, and I'm going by this convenience store, and there's these 2 girls who got out of a car. Good-looking girls going into the store. So I see them, and the guy driving the car out of the parking lot apparently sees them too because he's looking at them and not looking at me. And he T-bones me right on the sidewalk. I ended up out in the street. At the time, I had a warrant out for my arrest because I had an unpaid fine. I had a warrant out. I didn't want the cops showing up, so I hopped up. I just hopped up off the ground after being hit by the car. And the guy driving the car is actually a guy I work with. The factory where I got hurt, I actually worked with the guy. So we threw my bike in the trunk. He drove me to my house. He bought me a brand new bike the very next week. He bought me a brand new bike, but he was so nervous when we were sitting there and talking. He was like, "Man, I didn't want the cops to show up," and yeah, so it was just. But it was so weird that a guy that I worked with was the one that hit me.
Hey, now that Jeff's here, bring your photo up again and let Jeff critique it.
All right, Jeff.
Okay, you know that I have paid students. I've been teaching photography since the '80s. You guys know that, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. I've bring it up again. Disappeared. Okay. Critique it. A little bit too blue and green because the sand should be more brownish. A gorgeous scene. What do we want to show? What's our subject? What's like every song has a main character, movie and book has a main character. Who's your hero in this shot? Who is it?
My
What is
drone.
No, your drone isn't in the shot. So what is the hero of this shot?
The island.
Yeah.
Exactly, the island in the front. So I would have gotten a little bit closer because you have 1/3 of the frame in front of it that's kind of not usable. If you got closer and a little bit lower, that island would be bigger.
I actually did get some shots like that, but the reason why I captured this like this is because I wanted to use a full sensor and then crop in to a 16:9, but I didn't like the way it looked when I went to go crop it, so I opted against it and just kept that the way it was.
I would have gotten a little. People typically with drones, because it's easier to fly away from things and to fly close to them. You have less accidents. People generally fly higher than they need to get good shots. And I tell people, you get on a roller coaster that's going 3 miles per hour. It's a roller coaster, but it's really boring. If you're not close to something, it's not as interesting or nervous of a picture. You want to give some tension.
Yeah.
Because so that's the only, those are the two things. And Paul also likes blue and green, which I know from watching his photos for a couple of years. So that's a habitual thing. It's like cooking. It doesn't mean he's wrong. It doesn't mean he's right. That's what he
my
likes.
personal flavor.
Right. It's fine. I would have made the sand a little bit browner, so a little bit less blue and a little bit less green, and I definitely would have gone lower and closer. But I wouldn't have if you put it up again, I would not cut off that little island on the left. I would have gotten low, and I may have had to move to the right, so I do not cut off that little circular thing.
Yeah.
That really adds a lot to it, and it brings your eye kind of frames the main island. So I think it's a strong shot. It is. My taste would have been slightly different, but still a very strong shot. And you sent it to me earlier, and I appreciate that.
Oh, look, Warren used to race bicycles.
Wow.
Yeah, Warren.
Yeah.
Wow, we learned something new about Warren tonight.
Yeah,
Warren, get your ass on the show.
yeah. Come and talk about it.
Paul, do you have a drone that you feel comfortable following, Benjamin?
The Mavic 3.
Then fly it. Buy it. Let it. Just make it follow, because that's really cool. And when he grows up, he'll go, "Wow, look at this! This is what I used to do."
Yeah, and I thought even better of that. I have 2 Action 5 Pros, so I'll strap a GoPro on him when he's riding and let him get some action camera footage. And even then, I could set up a tripod and get a slow-mo shot of him riding by and make some content like that. Would be kind of
Now
cool.
you got
What's
3
he flying
different
now?
angles, 3 different
Yes, we
shots
do.
together.
What's he flying?
So you don't have a GoPro. You have a DJI.
No, my very first action camera ever was the DJI Action 5 Pro.
Five.
So, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I just got one that someone wants me to review. It's called.
Oh, you got an action camera? You want someone wants you to review
someone
action?
sent to me saying review this. It's called the Ice Fox, which I don't know what the hell Ice Fox means, but I will review it and I will tell them what I really feel about it.
Yeah.
It's a 4K, and now a lot of these cameras are 6K or 8K, which doesn't make it better, but I'll see. I mean, you can't. It may not be worth $400 like the big boys, but it could, if it's worth 150 or 100, then it's still a good camera for certain people. You don't always have to get the top of the line.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Well,
watching.
and, here's the thing: the Action 5 Pro is such a good camera, and its price is really good. I think I got it for I think I got the whole kit for $300, and that was I got that it came with extra batteries, almost like a Fly More. It came with the stick and everything, like $299. That's not bad. It's really not.
That's not bad at all. Actually, Brad Alston had got one, and I was trying to get it sold for him, and I did get someone to offer him $300. He didn't want it, so I think he sold it for more. But that's a great price for that camera.
When I first got it, I asked Bud about his action cameras, and Bud's has 10,000 of them.
I've got 6. I love action cameras, and I have 3 GoPros and a mixed bag of other stuff, and I'm waiting for this DJI was really good with low light, much better than almost everything. It's just not as good with stabilization as the GoPro, and I'm waiting for the next one to give me a bigger sensor, so everything is just that much sharper. That's the thing. Do I need more pixels? Probably not, but I want those. I want a sensor, and then that'll be the next one I get. You can't get them every year. 3 cameras every year will be like $1,200.
Yeah. Go
All
ahead.
right, I'm gonna bid adieu. I had too much alcohol golfing, and I got an early morning. So great show, Paul.
All right, Bud.
Good
Good
seeing
you,
you.
Bud.
Have a great night, brother.
Fly safe. See y'all.
You guys
See you
too.
later.
See ya.
He's got an early every morning in the summer is early for a guy that works at a golf course. I think. I mean, don't they have to be there before everyone starts?
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
he
Not every. I don't know.
he has a nice drive to work in the morning too. I don't know if you've ever watched it, but yeah, when he heads there, he's got a nice little ride.
Nice leisurely stroll to work.
Yeah, with a scooter.
That's pretty good.
Scooter.
Just
Yeah.
on the street.
So, Jeff, what have you been up to? I haven't seen you in a while.
Spending a lot of time in Florida for some family things, and flying here and there. I got some really good fireworks on the 4th and right after the 4th. I shared them in your group. I shared them in pretty much every group except one that said, you can't do that. That's illegal. And they took it down.
Kind of love those, huh?
Well, and then I wasted my time going to the FAA site and saying, no, there really was no TFO. And they said, you know better. You shouldn't be doing that. And it's like, I have an ops over people waiver. It was Class G airbase.
No, wait a minute. So wait a minute. So 99.9% of the time, fireworks are shot off and explode over a relatively unmanned area, usually water wherever possible.
Right.
So normally, if you're in the middle of fireworks, chances are you're not over anybody. If a fireworks hit,
but I'm not over the middle of them. I'm capturing them so I can capture the display. So
yeah,
that's why
we've
But
gone.
I was perfectly safe. I was over a building. Nothing was below me. No human life was below me.
Oh, there you go.
So
Yeah.
This is unedited.
Different
This is
angle.
straight off of the SD card.
See, it's so much better. I would obviously brighten up the shadows a little bit. And what are you using? Using Lightroom or using Luminar Neo?
Well, this is unedited. This is straight off of the SD card.
When you edit,
Cyberlink Photo Director. I have their entire
Photo
director.
Director. Okay. Yeah, you can do that easily. Some of the other programs have a way of taking the water and making it bluer or more original, and you can smooth it out to some extent. I would make it probably a drop bluer because and then I would brighten up. I would brighten up the sand on the beach, and I would take the foreground and brighten it up a little bit. Basically, if you brighten shadows, it would handle probably both of those.
I gotta say one thing: our water here doesn't really look that blue most of the time.
Oh, nowhere in the Atlantic, pretty much. But
no, especially here, it's usually like black. It looks black.
Really? Not even green?
Well, no, the ponds are all green, but
gotcha.
It's just dark. I can't believe people actually snorkel here, but people dive.
Now, if I took the photos and applied edit to them, because this is the standard file taken right off of the SD card,
I love how the boats keep swaying this way and then that way and then this way.
Yeah,
and
you see the water.
it
Yep.
keeps changing. Like every minute, it changes direction.
Yeah. Well, we got 5 minutes left. So, does anyone have a video they want to share or something before we wrap up tonight? I haven't seen it.
I wanted to share that photo with you.
Oh, there we go. Jeff's got a photo to share. There we go.
Oh, nice.
I don't think I've got any on this laptop.
Oh, wow.
You want to complain?
Oh.
Complain.
You know what? I made some friends the other day flying at my local park.
Mm-hmm.
I can probably pull that up.
Hey, we got a video.
I got a video I got to do with Miami. I got some really good stuff. You guys know who Alex Escardo is?
Yep.
Mayor of Miami.
Yep.
Yeah, he recommended a spot for me to take off, and from there I got a bunch of stuff at Sunset. Really, really pretty. Ooh, we got a video.
So this is from Warren. So what are you using here? An action camera, like an old GoPro or something, or
It's moving. I don't think it's an action camera. If it is, it's not a GoPro.
no
'cause it's not-
stabilization?
yeah, it's no stabilization. It could be an early DJI or one of the expensive ones. Well, Warren's nickname is what?
Mayor of
What's
Miami.
Warren? No, what's Warren's nickname?
Akiracho. Yeah.
There's an Akaso camera, which really is for $130 is really, really good, and it has better stabilization than this. So
Hey, Michael, how you
Akiracho, I recommend Akaso if you want to save money. If you don't have a
It's mounted to a bike.
real GoPro or a DJI or an Ace.
Pre-action camera.
Yep, yep.
Pre-electronic stabilization.
hmm
Yeah, I got a camera like that.
It's like the footage as he's moving. It looks like Jello. It wobbles like Jello. Yeah.
Yeah.
AI could probably stabilize it.
Still doesn't look completely horrible though. That's the thing.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's got some Jello, but it's not bad. But if Warren, you want to play with one, and you don't want to spend a lot of money, Akaso. They're almost like Akiracho.
All right, Lisa. Sweet. Yeah. Next week I'll share one of your videos. Sweet. Yeah.
The battery.
Yeah,
I just strap a cell phone to your chest now. Like, really, how far are we beyond that now where it's the cell phone is the action camera now, you know? Like, just strap it to your chest and it's ready to go.
The problem is if it falls, the action cameras have tiny little dings, and your iPhone or your Samsung, you will cry. Because there is a chance with the screen big, something bad's going to happen.
yeah.
Even though the top of the line models both use Gorilla Glass, which is freaking unbelievable. If you are in upstate New York and go to the manufacturer of Corning, oh my God, is that unbelievable what they do there. And that glass, I mean, that's why when people put those cheap, glass filters over it, I go, dude, that's a flexible piece of glass, and the thing you have underneath it is literally 100 times stronger. And people say, "Oh, it saved my phone." It broke because it's a piece of garbage. It didn't save your phone. It's total placebo. Those are the biggest waste of money.
Well, I've got to drop off.
All right, Dominic.
It's now
All right,
11
Dom.
o'clock Australian, so I'll see you on the
See
next
you next
one.
week, brother.
Have a
Bye.
good one, Dom.
We're gonna wrap up the show tonight. We're out of time. I want to say thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. If you joined later in the show and you missed when we were talking about the bills that are coming forward in Massachusetts, I urge you to just go back towards the beginning of the show and maybe check it out. Important stuff to see, because if it passes in Massachusetts, it's coming your way next. And
Everyone's going to be flying in Rhode Island.
you're not going to be flying anywhere. That's the bottom line. That's the way it'll turn out. Remind you, mental health is important. So if you're struggling, make sure you reach out to your friends and family. If you can't find help there, reach out further into your local communities. You can dial 988, reach out to your local hospitals. Just reach out, get some help. Don't do it alone. Thank you, everybody. Have a great week.